There are lots of YouTube videos out there talking about where to buy sound effects or why it's important to use sound effects or sound design in your edits. And while that is important, I can't seem to find any videos talking about the importance of getting your own sound effects while you're filming. So I made a little Nike-ish / sport check-ish basketball commercial to show the importance of getting your own sound effects, to not only show the importance of using sound effects in your edit, but the importance of getting your own sound effects while you're filming. So I'm gonna play you guys two different versions of the commercial. The first one is the commercial with all the sound effects that I got while I was filming, plus a couple other sound effects I got from audio.com with music I got from audio.com. The second version you're gonna see is the version with just the sound effects that I got. Okay, let's check it out.
Can't guard me. Can't guard me.
How's it going?
Can't guard me. Can't guard me.
How's it going?
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why should you be getting your own sound effects while filming if you can just download sound effects from any of the number of amazing sound effects / music libraries we have out there online today? This is true, you could just go get your sound effects online from one of the many sound effects libraries we have available to us, but you're gonna have to take the time to look for those specific sound effects and then pay for them. And that might not be a big deal to you if you have the time and the money to do this, but if you're just starting out in the film industry and you don't have the time or money to do this, getting your own sound effects is a game changer. So number one reason for getting your own sound effects is it doesn't take much extra time to go and get those sound effects while you're filming. Plus it's great just to practice getting good sound and getting sound effects while you're filming because it just sharpens your skills as a filmmaker. Second reason you should get your own sound effects while you're filming on set is these sound effects you're recording on location while you're filming are going to match your footage so much better than if you downloaded some sound effects and added that to your film. And maybe you could argue this point that nobody's really gonna know the difference whether you recorded sound effects yourself or if you downloaded those sound effects and added it to your video. But I would beg to differ. I think getting your own sound effects while you're filming on location is gonna add that extra little edge. And even if it's just subconscious to the viewer, there's something different about this video. There's something that just feels special. And I think getting your own sound effects can do that because it's very personalized. It's the sounds from the actual location and from your subject or actor. I think it's just a little bit of a signature. It's the real deal. It's the real stuff. Let's talk about how I broke this commercial down in terms of filming it and getting the sound effects and some of the techniques I use to get great sound. So I broke this commercial down into 3 parts. So the first part was Tom just practicing on the basketball court, basically just doing what he normally would do when he goes to the basketball court to practice, and with me interjecting once in a while with different directions on what I might want him to do. So in this first part, I was more focused on getting great footage and not so much the audio, but I did make sure that my audio levels weren't peaking or distorting in case something happened or Tom said something that was cool, or if there was something that just naturally happened that I want to capture. I want to make sure my audio was going to be good as well. So make sure your audio is not peaking or distorting. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Also, if you're filming outside, make sure you have a proper windscreen for your shotgun mic, because if you're whipping that camera around, you're gonna get air noise, or if it's a windy night or windy day, you're gonna get wind noise hitting that mic, and you want to mitigate that as much as possible, and a proper professional windscreen can do that. It's really critical that you get as clean audio as possible. The second part of this video was him walking towards the basketball court, down the street, looking at the basketball court, entering the basketball court, those types of things. So I made sure not only to get good footage, but made sure my audio wasn't peaking and distorting again, making sure I was getting nice ambient sound of the city streets and the basketball court area, and Tom walking around. And then finally, the third part of the commercial was we took basically 10 to 15 minutes at the end when we were done filming just to get specific sound effects. So we got sounds like Tom breathing, So I put the mic really close up to his face where he was breathing, and I was getting these great air sounds of him breathing and losing breath and really practicing hard. Those breathing sounds were really important for the commercial to show that he's really putting everything he has into playing basketball. I got things like the sneakers rubbing on the concrete or sliding on the concrete. Those were great sounds. So I just got him moving his feet around on the pavement a little bit to get those nice close-up, a sneaker to pavement sound. We got things like the swish of the net. So I had him shoot a bunch of hoops, and I just had the camera microphone right up to the net, getting those nice swoosh sounds. I got sounds of him dribbling the ball really fast, so I put the mic really close to him dribbling. And it was as simple as that. It really wasn't anything crazy. So as long as you have a good shotgun microphone like the NTG2, which I'd highly recommend for its price and quality, it's fairly cheap and it's great quality. So it's a real middle of the ground, great kind of documentary commercial microphone. I've used this microphone on shoots with Vice, TVO, and CBC. So it's a very professional microphone at a relatively cheap cost. So we just took like these 10 to 15 minutes to get all these great little sounds. Afterwards, when I brought it into the edit, I had just this nice little section where we had breathing sounds, basketball sounds, shoe sounds. It was all right there for me. I didn't have to go hunting online for it or anything like that, and I could just apply it right to my video. So I think this practice of getting sound effects while you're filming is just really important. It makes you a better filmmaker. It makes you more aware, not just of the footage, but of the sounds, which everyone, I think, agrees that a great video is 50% great footage and 50% sound. People say it all the time, you can have the most beautiful images, but if you don't have great music and great sound, your video is really gonna fall short and just be a mundane commercial or film. So practice getting great sounds on set, put it into your schedule at the end, make sure to get all those sounds that you were hearing while you were filming throughout the day. And you're gonna have those and you can use those whenever you want, and it's really just gonna step up your game as a filmmaker and your skill sets, and it's gonna make your videos so much better and so much more personalized and give it just a little signature that it's like, these sounds are the real deal. These are the real sounds. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Click subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Leave a comment. Love to have a chat. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Whew.